So today we're going to do something just a little different. Let me get some light on. I'm going to turn some lights on. We're going to do something a little different today. I'm going to talk about a car that's been in the background of a lot of the Camaro videos. The 68 Nova. I bought this car so long ago. I actually had another YouTube channel redoing this car and making it red. And the goal was, originally, I wanted a show car. Nah, I don't really want a show car anymore. I kind of like it the way it is. I've even thought about redoing this car. But like I said, I like it the way it is. I can get in this car, I can drive this car anywhere. It doesn't matter if somebody puts a door ding in it, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid that if I put a big time paint job on this car, I'm not going to want to drive it. So anyway, I'm going to show you a few things about this car. We'll go over all the little nicks and scratches and everything over the years that it has gotten. But the one thing I love about this car that I want to keep is not only the fact that I can drive it anywhere, but the fact that this car kind of represents the 70s and early 80s muscle cars, you know. And I kind of want to make it look like it's a Survivor, even though it's really not. Now, in 2010, I think it was, I actually stripped this car down to bare metal, and I did not find any rust on it. One quarter panel had been replaced because of wheels hitting, the tires hitting the wheel wells. Anyway, let's go over the car. Let me show you. So, stickers in the windows, obviously. I had a newer steering wheel in it, but I bought this one to kind of keep it a little retro. I do got a new shifter going in it. The seats, they're very comfortable, but they're hard to get in and out of. But when you're in them, they're nice. So I'd like to change out the seats. I'd like to get an original back seat. That seat's just terrible. I do have the traction action slapper bars on the back of it. At one point, as you can see, we had these. There is other videos of me changing this whole rear end and re-drilling these holes up here to make this fit stock. I actually measured up there to see what stock was. We did put a new gas tank in it. We put a new sending unit in it. It's got new springs on it on the back. Pretty much a lot of this is all new. It's got the rally wheels on it all the way around. I do have other wheels for it. I have these that are going to get painted red with poverty caps. I mean, this car, like I said, it used to have a 454. That's why it's got a 427 badge. I mean, it's got its share of nicks. There's nicks all over it. All up in the door here. We got to fix this. This I do want to fix. But, I mean, they're everywhere. You can see. There's a scratch. Here's a scratch. There's a scratch. It's all scratched under here. You know, I'm torn on what I want to do. You open the door. Got down here, that's the original color, butternut yellow, which I actually love and wish I would have went back to that color. And down here, it's all flaking off. Before I had a garage to put it in, it sat outside because I had another car in there. I only had a one-car garage. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on with this car, but I'm iffy, I guess you would say, on fixing. Everything under the front of it's new. The car does have a new engine, new transmission. It used to have a 454. It now has a 350 because I wanted to drive it. The 454 was great for straight lines, not so good going down the road. And I did find out that whenever I put the new springs on it, the small block springs and everything, it dropped this car down, and it handles just way better. So we did put new shocks, front, back, everywhere on this thing. Another thing that we do have for this car is up here hanging on the wall, the snorkel. To give it a more period correct look, because it does have the cowl hood on it now, the shorter one. But I don't believe that was available. I know it wasn't available on these cars, but I don't know if it was available to put on these cars aftermarket in the late, you know, in the 70s, early 80s. We do have another hood for it, so I will keep this hood and just probably swap back and forth, kind of like I will those tires and those tires and wheels, or sorry, wheels. But I bought this car a long time ago, drove it home with a 454 in it. It's gone through a lot of work. The interior didn't look like this, you know. It was originally a Florida car. When I got it, it was black with some weird blue racing rally stripes on it, which they didn't have rally stripes. That's another thing, you know. I could redo the hood. I can redo the deck lid. When we did put the stripes on it though, we did go ahead and kind of sand them down and make them look like they were old, like they've been on here for a long time. But in reality, these rally stripes have only been on here for a few years. You see, we did it anywhere here where there's body lines, and up here where you would grab onto it, you know, it didn't have that when I got it, but I had to buy that. A sticker for this car is really hard to find, the caution fan sticker. This one is actually, don't hate me, but that one I found, and it is actually off of the Ford Mustang. But I don't care. These I made these because when the 454 was in this car, it actually rattled the hell out of the front end, so I had to kind of fix that. I do like not having chrome all over the car, the engine. I'm not big on that. That right there, you can see here, that's a catch can for the radiator, and it comes all the way back and goes into here. It does have the aluminum radiator on it. That catch can was actually my coffee mug. I had driven it to a car cruise. I don't go to car shows. I'll go to a car cruise. Only way I'll go to a car show and show this car off is if it's donated to a good cause, like a DARE program or something like that. You know, I'll just give them my money and I'll walk around for a little bit. I'll stay for a couple hours and I'll leave. This car ain't winning no trophies. Yeah, it does have new hood springs, but anyway, I don't know why I just threw that in there. But anyway, where was I? Oh, so I went to a car cruise, and it actually puked on the ground like it does all the time. You know, everybody's cars did. So when I got home, I started looking up catch cans because I didn't want it to puke. So they were all basically very expensive, and they all kind of looked like that coffee mug that I was drinking out of. True story, I was drinking out of this coffee mug. So when I looked at this coffee mug, it's made out of stainless steel. I dumped out my coffee and I did some cutting on it and some little things to it, and drilled a hole in the top of the hood, or the top of the lid, even bigger, because it had a hole in it from where, you know, turning, it had the kind where you turn your lid to make it seal, and So anyway, it works great. I actually had another guy say, wow, can you make me one? I said, well, you can make you one. Just get you a coffee mug. It's really easy. So I love that. We put I did put the hood pins on it because I did not have the wire at first. Then I put them on because I kept losing the pins. But I put the hood pins on it because, you know, that's how they work. You know. But like I said, this is no show winner. But as far as stuff that I did to it when I got it, as I was going through redoing it, making it how I wanted, it did get new bumpers. It got new eyebrows. This piece wasn't existent, so I bought that. It got new mirrors. It got wiring from a painless wiring set front to back, and I'll show you something I did do that I regret doing, to be honest. But I don't know. I wish I'd have done it different, but it's too late now. The wiring used to come out down here on a junction block. I wish I'd have made it come out here, but all my wiring is on this side. So I actually ran my wiring out right here. And that's my main fuse, but I ran all my wiring out here because all my wiring's on this side. But I kind of wish I would have done it the real way and ran my wiring across the top here like a factory. It does have SSBC brakes on it. It had drums all the way around at the time. It's a 68, so I converted it to power disc. I had to replace this. I have the original SSBC that I am going to rebuild and put back on here eventually, just because I liked it better. On the interior, and these are funny stories, it's got new door panels, the SS door panels. It has all new carpet throughout the car. Like I said, all new wiring. The dash is not original because I'm a dummy and cut the original dash up to put different gauges in it, and I ended up liking the original one first better, so I had to buy that, and those aren't cheap. Now these door panels, they're special SS door panels for 68, and when I was taking and doing this car, I was going to fix this window because these windows do not want to roll down very good. So to fix them, I was going to take out the side door, the side back there, panels. So they'd never been off. So I'm not 100% sure. I have no proof that this is a true SS car, but them have never been off. So it kind of made me wonder. Then when I got it down to bare metal, both front fenders, I got the original yellow. I seen the original yellow, but then down here, it had welds on it from where the original Super Sport was in here. So, can I say it's a real SS? No. Do I think in my mind it's a real SS? I do. But I will never tell people it's a real SS, so. When this back quarter got changed, I didn't do it, but when it did get changed, it got the wrong light. They put a 70 to 72 quarter on the back of this, and it is a full quarter up to here. So, and because this side was different, they went ahead and cut that out bigger and put this one in. But you know, it's one of those things, is what it is. It's the little transformations that it went through the years, and I just noticed something, the difference between this and this. Oh my gosh, they should have cut up this way. Huh. Wow, just noticed. You know, it's went through several little things throughout the years, but do I want to change them? You know, do I want to change this car? I really, really don't. if I change this car, it's gonna go back to the original color, but you know, everything under here is new. It's got new carburetor, new alternator, new starter, new water pump. It's got the billet aluminum pulleys on it, you know, aluminum radiator, Hedman headers, you know, HEI distributor. This isn't working. I'm not getting power to it, so I used the same windshield wiper switch whenever I put the dash in. I think maybe it was just bad. So I had the original dash. I might just swap it out one day and see if it works, but I get no power to that. So next time I take the dash out, I'll see if I get power to the switch. But anyway, just a little backstory on the car, because I get comments when I post it on TikTok or YouTube, you know, nice Nova, and I'm not even showing the Nova, I'm showing the Camaro or the truck, which, by the way, we're gonna go through in another story. He did get all the rockers in, cab corner in, and he's got this floor coming. He didn't like this aftermarket floor, so I haven't even been over here. He's been working over here. Oh, he's got this done too, doesn't he? He's got this new floor in, so yeah, he's doing good. He's working. It's nice to see a young kid working on stuff. So anyway, that's the backstory to the old 68 Nova that I will own for my whole life. Let me show you the trunk real quick before we end this video. Get the keys out of it. So in the trunk, I do need a new weather strip. This strip's just trash, you know. All this is kind of flaking out. That I might fix, I don't know, but you can see here where they put the new quarter on. This side they didn't. It did have a fuel cell in it at one time that I did, and old ground wire. I did have to patch it back up right here, which I did not buy a trunk panel patch. I just kind of did my own thing, but I'm gonna put a piece of carpet down in here. Might do that today, actually. So this car is my baby. This car's name is Carabeth. Kind of a weird name, I know, but it's named after a deceased sister of mine. Anyway, that's this car. So if anybody's wondering when they ask about it, that's the car. And if they want to see more on it, well, we got a lot of work to do. We got to put this shifter in it, so we got to redo them wheels. We got little things I want to tweak on it, fix, but you know, that's the question. Do I want to change the car and make it more modern? I don't think I do. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the Camaro, which I'll give you a quick peek of the, nothing's really bolted on, but you can see it's coming together. It's what it's gonna look like. Nothing really fancy, you know, just an old Camaro, looked like a Z28, about an 85. So anyway, let me hear what you think. Leave some comments. Tell me what you would like to see on this Nova. Something that I'm missing that would give it that nostalgic look that I might like to do to it. So anyway, I will see you guys on the next one. Things have been crazy busy, so I ain't been doing a whole lot. Life in general is just kind of catching up with us, so it happens. We'll be back on the making videos, but I'm trying now. We're kind of getting back on them. I'm doing little clips here and there, but I do have a TikTok. I post a lot of videos on there, and I post a lot of shorts on YouTube, and it's crazy. The TikTok grows faster than the YouTube. I don't get it. I could put a video on TikTok and I get tons of subscribers. I put a video on YouTube, the exact same video, and you don't get a whole lot. So I don't know what that's all about, but anyway, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment on some things that I could do to this car to make it more 70s, early 80s period correct hot rod. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.